The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. It's complete to Diggs. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Play action now. Cousins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They toss to Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Good routes here. Here we go, bring the energy.
Play fake, Cousins. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is Ingram on first and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ingram's got the first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. Now Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Jackson now down around his goal line. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now it's Ingram. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, right. We got right. Let's go, defense, let's go.
2nd and 9 now. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Switch. Check safety.
Jackson from the shotgun. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ingram again, a first down carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run it again with Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Cousins on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17, and he's going to go down again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the shit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch the
From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Again, it's Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game. Cousins again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Let's go now. Hey, Reed. Sponge. No.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken in the fourth round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack on first down, Jackson is going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards. Jackson now.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there.
Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The man from nearby Georgia Tech, Harrison Butker, gets us started. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
There we go.
Ready, blue 80. Black 25. Wait.
Under G, gotta go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 4.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for Falcons. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, wait. Check three.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58.
No.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll look to run with Freeman. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the run. Check. Hatchet. Hey, alert 3.
54, south.
Check 99. Whip.
Check.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, this Chiefs defense. They're giving it all they got.
Here we go. Small. 56.
Got guy.
6, right there, 56.
Base.
I'm getting tired of seeing me.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Desmond Trufant. Not that time for Watkins.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
51, Tom!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Hey, high 7.
56. Mike's 56.
21.
He's crashing. He's checking.
54, Tom.
You got tape.
Hey, zoom.
56.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. 3rd down here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go. Wait.
Now Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be third down. Here's Mahomes to throw, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80!
Mike, number 53! Mike, 53! In your face!
Hey, great players! Got it!
Crunch!
Good team, ready to go!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
$21-0, our score after one.
Falcons 21, Chiefs nothing.
Check 53. It's our field.
Hey, white.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
From the 45 on second down, Ryan, he completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
59,
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go.
Ready. 25.
36. Jim.
51.
Check. 53.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go, baby.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit. 56. Mike, 56. Rip left. 56.
Ryan.
56.
And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Mike.